Hello everyone. Today is the day. I'm going to make a LaTeX tutorial. In this tutorial you're going to learn how to make a PDF that has a table and an image. So we'll start very basic. I'm going to assume that you've already installed LaTeX. I recommend LaTeX Live. It has all the packages and I'll kind of elaborate on that. It's just, I think, the easiest one to work with. It takes a long time to install, but well worth it. So let's jump right in. I'm going to open a new empty folder. I'm going to create a new file called myreport.tex. You're going to select yes to change it, and now you've created a LaTeX file. Open it up. There's nothing in here. So what I have done is I've started a file that y'all can copy, and you'll have access to this starter, and I'm just going to paste it right in here. So what the heck is this? This is really a compiled program. The LaTeX program is, it's a compiler. It takes all this raw information and creates a PDF. So it starts out by calling a document class. This is just the type of document that we're making today. If you wanted to get really fancy with the lab report, you could pull in the IEEE standard document, and you can find those elsewhere. But today we're starting really small and simple. These right here are packages. These are just some of the ones that I like, such as AMS Math that allows us to do math. I'll show you all how to do that. I also use GraphicX. It allows us to pull in images. I use a MATLAB prettifier to add coloring to excerpts of MATLAB code when I bring them in, and I'll show you how to do that as well. And coming on down to here, these are just custom functions. You can make all kinds of custom functions, and so are these. This right here is our header. Here I'm going to have my first last name, my class, the lab. Footer is just going to be the page number. So similar to like what you'd see like in a Word document. I just think this is so much superior to Word because I'm constantly fighting Word with placement of images and just stuff. But yeah, this is kind of just really the preamble to get things going. Down here, we actually have the document, and that's enclosed by begin document, end document. This is something you'll see very commonly throughout LaTeX. Is just something that begins and something that ends. And so I'm just going to hit play. It's not like play, it's more like run. And this comes up. This is the one-pager PDF that pops up. And what's really interesting is that if I go back into this folder where I started, I really just made this file. But after hitting the green run button, I created a PDF. And I have to close this in order for me to run this again because it needs to be able to overwrite this file. And then it created a bunch of other files that we're not going to mess with. You don't need to. You'll just be messing with the .tex file. So if you want to make changes, just put in your name, hit the run. Now I got it over here. That's my name. Outstanding. And let's say I wanted to make some more paragraphs, which I'm sure you'll want to do. You can just make as many paragraphs as you want. Hit run, and bam, now you just got a bunch of paragraphs. And so that's really just the basics of it. Let's say we want to add some math into our paragraph here. Math is enclosed by the money signs. So I'm going to do e to the exponent. So I'm going to do a big exponent. A big exponent is just something that's more than one character. So I'm going to do I pi. I put a little dash in front of, or a forward slash in front of the pi to denote that I'm using a symbol. And then I'm going to do +1 equals 0. I'm going to run that. And now we have some math. It's really that simple. So there's a bunch of different references for how to do math in LaTeX. You can do anything. Integrals, piecewise functions, unit step function, like any math you've seen on an exam, your teacher used LaTeX to make it. That was really the whole reason actually LaTeX got made. There was a math major professor who was so perturbed by people using notation that was wrong that he just made the language standard. So that's why we have it. Now let's move along to inserting a table. There's a handy dandy website where you can go to, which is just tablesgenerator.com. Here I have a table kind of ready to go. And you can align stuff, make it bold. Pretty sure anything you can do in Excel, you can do in here. In fact, you could take an Excel table and copy it directly into here, which is super nice. So we often need tables for data or what have you, and you just drop in all of your values into there. We can even change color. There's all kinds of great stuff that goes along with this. We just hit generate and it spits out all the LaTeX code for you. You just copy all that and pasta right into here. One thing I'm going to do is where it says begin table, I'm going to make a change and I'll show you why. Because right now, logically, there's paragraph 1 and then the table in my document on the left. But on the right, the table is above my paragraph, which is not what I wanted to have happen. So what I need to do is go over here to this table. I'm going to put an H in there. I'm going to run it. And they swap places. So this is just a little thing that you'll notice with LaTeX is that you'll run into little problems like that. There's tons and tons of helpful people in forums who've run into problems. So there's a Stack Overflow for LaTeX. So don't worry, the help is out there if you run into little things like that. So we started the document, we got a table, things are looking great. Let's add an image. So we are going to go into our bucket of stuff. I'm going to grab this image here, noting that it's called simulation.png. I'm going to copy that and bring it into my folder. Now I'm going to go back to my LaTeX document. And in LaTeX, comments are the percentage symbol. So I'm going to uncomment this whole section. And I got simulation. So I have my begin figure, the same H, so that way it is in accordance with where I want it, in the layout like I did with the table. So I'm going to hit run. Bam, we brought in an image. So now we have that to go off of. Let's say you didn't want this little caption right here. You can make that empty. And I think it actually still, no, it'll go away. You can also put a star right there, and I think that effectively does the same thing. Sometimes you'll get like a label there without like a title. So yeah, if you want stuff to disappear, sometimes you have to use that little star operator. There's a lot of weird little quirks with LaTeX. Something that's kind of handy, I always just keep this in my toolkit, is this H space, because sometimes I just need to move things up or down. Like right here, this one right here, V space. If I comment V space out, nothing happened here, but sometimes like your paragraph will crash into your header, and just sometimes you need space in random places. So V space just shifts things up or shifts things down, but it's just overall just a little handy tool to put in your pocket. Yeah, like this one, H space shifted my image to the left 20 centimeters. Because maybe it wasn't totally centered, but now I'm going to have it shift only 10 centimeters. And I'll delete that. And lastly, if you want to make a new page, you just do new page like that. And I'll do my table again on the new page. Save it, run it. There we go, I got a new page, got my header there. I actually don't like my table to the side right there, so I'm gonna copy this centering bit, and I'm gonna bring that down here to my table. I'm gonna copy that, let's see if this runs. There you go, and now it's in the center. So there's just random little things like centering that you can bring. Also, if this image, you can't see it because it's like dark, but there actually is a black line around it. So in case I had like a white backgrounded figure that I made in MATLAB or something, I could bring that in here and add a frame around it. And if you don't want that frame, just delete frame, run it. Yeah, we can't tell here, but it's gone. Now let me pull up some different code. Actually, I'll just look it up. LaTeX MATLAB code. I think this was the way I did it. Yeah, so I used MATLAB prettifier. I just used their straight up example. Just right here. So what they did is they have the begin and the end, and then everything you want in MATLAB goes in the center. Hit play, and there you go. Now you got some MATLAB going on. And so yeah, I know this was like a real down and dirty, but sometimes that's all you need to get started. This is how you make a document using LaTeX or LaTeX, whatever you want to call it. And that's the business. If you have questions, let me know. But there, like I said, there's tons of information out there that's quite handy. I hope this helps. Take care. Good luck.